All right, welcome back. We are almost done wrapping the foil on these. Just a little bit right here and then these big pieces. So I just wanted to get you back up to speed. That was an old one. Just recut this to make sure that that'll fit through there. At least, now I know this diameter is right. I don't know how severe or how long this is going to be. That's still TBD. So yeah, we're kind of moving forward. So hopefully what I'll be able to do is I'm going to switch to the time lapse again, of course. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you will subscribe to the channel. I can see that 80% of you who watch are not subscribed. If I get to a certain level of subscriptions and viewing hours, then I can actually make a little bit of money doing this. Now, I know there are people that have millions of followers and I'll never hit that. Well, never say never. But, it'd be great if you guys could help make that happen. I do make money selling my art, of course. But, times are tough. Any way we can find to make money. And this is one, you guys subscribing and watching, it doesn't cost you any money to help me make money. So you win, I win. Hopefully you're enjoying the contact or you wouldn't still be watching it. So thank you so much. Give it a subscription, thumbs up, comments. I really would love to hear what people think. On Instagram, and you can find me there at Greig Artist. Somebody sent some really nasty remark, but even that, if you don't like it, I'd like to know why you don't like it. I won't feel bad about you or me. Please keep it constructive. This person wasn't. They just called me all sorts of explicatives, delete it, and, referred to my sexual preferences. Inaccurately, I might add, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, we're going to switch to time lapse. I'm going to finish wrapping this. Then we'll go to the flux and start soldering. So at some point I'll pop back in because eventually I'm going to have to stop and go cook dinner for us. So anyway, now we go to time lapse. So clearly I finished doing the foiling and now we're on to the soldering. So I thought I'd move the camera in a little tighter. Excuse me. I'll let you see the process. I'm going to get this solder hot again. As you can see, it sort of puddles and then I can start to move it. You got to keep it hot. And I've talked about this before, that while you're trying to keep it hot, you also have to be careful not to get the glass too hot, because if that happens, it will crack. So I just thought I'd give you this chance to sort of see how this goes. Now, these bigger gaps, of course, require more solder, and it'll puddle on the back side, and then you flip it all over and solder that side, and then it puddles oddly on the front side. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, actually, I only do it 2 times, particularly in this case with this piece, because you'll never be able to see the back side. I have a little less concern about how the back looks. And you won't be able to see the back side because of the layering and the fact that all of this will be set into a light box. So in a standard window, of course, you see both sides, like my address numbers that I did in the second piece of glass I ever did. I look at the back more than I look at the front, because obviously the back's in the house. But So this is acting a little bit like, oh no, I see it. So if the stuff tends to not want to move, it can be because it didn't get the flux attached as well. It wasn't as thick. So there's a couple little factors. And so the way I will go forward now is to, of course, solder all of this side and then pull these wood frames away and flip it over, solder the other side. That'll be my first chance to sort of get a sense of what it's all going to look like. So I'll be sure to share that with you. So here now I'm going to, well, might as well go to the end of this, although I'm not sure that's on camera. So of course I will take this opportunity as I'm doing this to remind you to, I know I've already said it earlier in this video, but please do subscribe, leave me a comment. You won't, if you subscribe, you'll get a little alert that says, hey, that crazy artist posted another piece, and you'll see as this thing gets closer and closer to being completed. You'll see the next steps. So, and then of course I really would love to know what you think of the piece, what you think of the process. Those of you who have more experience doing stained glass, I'd love to know what you think I'm doing wrong or right, or what you think. And of course, please feel free to share your channel. I'd love to see what other folks are doing. And also, of course, if you don't realize it, but the more you guys watch and the more subscribers I get, I will eventually get to the point that I can actually generate a little income from doing these besides, the more traditional, if I sell it, I make some money. And yes, this piece will be for sale when it's finished. If one of you want to reach out and purchase it before it's finished, that's totally cool. So, thank you so much for taking the time to look. I'm going to go in here shortly and make some dinner. I hear the dogs barking. I think they want their dinner. Now, you can't hear them because I'm out in my studio that I built behind the house. And the dogs are in the house. So, of course, that's why I can't start cooking dinner and then work on this and keep an eye on dinner, because it's two separate buildings. So, again, thank you all for taking the time to watch. I truly appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me. It's nice to know that people actually are interested in not only what I do, but how I do, if that makes sense. So again, subscribe, like, comment. All are encouraged and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Yeah, I definitely did go way off camera, but it's okay. You saw what was happening.